Cool. We're live. We're live. Let me get going on IG as well. Q&A. All right. Cool. Here we go. What's up, Thomas? What's up, Noah, Jose? Yeah, we're trying out an earlier in the day stream. Okay, well, we already got 20 of you guys here, so this seems to be a good time here. Thank you for being here in the early. It's about 5 o'clock Eastern, and 2 p.m. West Coast, etc. So we're excited to chop it up, answer some Amazon questions, whatever you guys need. Feel free to fire away on this stuff. Bada bing. Right there. First step to get started. Good question, Ryan. So you want your Amazon Seller Central account. Then I want you to binge 5 hours of YouTube videos, right? Myself, Garrett Corral, Fields of Profit, and get SellerAmp, which is our product research tool. Get Keepa and get in the game. Just start making things happen. Once you have SellerAmp, scan all the barcodes of any old products you have as well and see if they have any value and demand on Amazon as well and sell those. Profit each day, right in the range of like 500 to 1,000, depending on the time of year, average for like 2 years, basically. Kind of depends. What was the last jig where you got products from? Kohl's.com. And that'll probably change in the next hour, right there. Good to see you.
What was the question?
Armand, what was the last retailer you bought from? Instead of just taking the profit from that, it's just the way they like to do it. Polo FBA, the way they like to factor in returns, basically. Nice, good stuff.
Is it hard to make 5K profit a month by doing Amazon? I mean, it depends on a couple things. A, how much time you want to put in. B, how much capital you have. And C, how willing you are to be open inside the community, right? Something Miles and I talk about all the time is the more you show your face, the more you put out value, the more value comes back, right? And so while you may not personally be finding $5,000 worth of profit each and every month, you and your squad might. And so that's how Miles and I grew. And it's gotten us to this point.
It's exactly how we did, yeah. Does this actually work? Yes, you probably buy stuff on Amazon. You can see exactly who it's coming from. You can see that it's not Amazon in many cases. It's other random seller names, and we're them. How does tax work with FBA? Just like anything else, when you make money, you have to pay taxes. So you can talk to a tax professional or find help from people who are licensed in that, basically. Just getting started and feeling confused already. All right, not sure specifically what question you have. Walmart canceled your orders? No, it's not normal to get canceled on Walmart. I would figure out why they did.
It might be a stock issue. If you're not getting consistent cancels, it's probably just like some sort of back end stock issue.
Yep.
Best interest-free credit card to use for FBA. So none of them should be bearing interest, right? Because you should be paying them off on time.
Yeah, 0%. So either I would say either the Amex Plum, which isn't necessarily 0% APR, but is really far payback time. Any of the chasing cards or the Amex Blue Business Plus. Can you depend on SellerAmp quantity? Yes. How long would it usually take to make a profit? You could make profitable sales today. You could, so the quicker you get started, the quicker you get out.
I mean, something what we talk about a bunch is if you want to make an impact fast, if you want to move the needle fast, go to your local Nike outlet, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Goodwill, etc. Maybe not Goodwill, all the other ones though. Scan and list a merchant refill and sell them on Amazon, right? Look for Nike, look for Adidas, for all the name brand clothing, apparel, shoes, that sort of thing. And chances are if you find some higher ranked, sub 15,000, 20,000 in clothing and apparel, it'll probably sell either tonight or tomorrow or the following day, as long as those products are moving, right? And that's how you can really validate the concept pretty quickly.
How can I learn this from scratch? Is there a course? Yeah, so we do have paid options. However, I'd recommend definitely spend some time consuming our free content on YouTube or the Buy Box Bandits podcast, anything like that. Yeah, this is popping, dude. This is totally a good time to do a stream as well. Where are you guys reading these questions from? Yeah, Jason, so there's a chat, which is where you just typed it in. I'm also on Instagram Live as well. How to avoid IP complaints? Sell products only that there are a lot of other people selling.
Is it hard to get ungated for wholesale products? So it's not hard to get ungated for anything. Wholesale is probably even easier to get ungated than your average retail store, average retail brand, because you're acquiring the products you're getting are with invoices. So as long as that invoice has your business name, your phone number, address, all those sorts of things. You submit that to Amazon, and you'll be good to go. But if you're not buying wholesale, you can still use any sort of order receipt from Kohl's, Dick's Sporting Goods, Target, etc. As long as you're buying 10 units, and that'll work as well.
Get a Nike out and scan everything. Yeah, that's what's up. David's one of the coaching program guys. So he's a beast. We're taking care of him. He sent in a huge shipment yesterday of the first round of leads, basically, where I need to submit an invoice for grocery items. James, you're really worried about the grocery ungates, bro. Just when you get ungated.
He's been in. I think he's bantering. He's been in here a while.
Okay. That's what I figured. Yeah, but makes sense. Online arbitrage.
Yeah, I recognize James's his username. Yeah. He's been around for a while.
Definitely zero competition. How important is the price you list when trying to get sales? If you're worried about that, like you should be higher than where it was. But if you're not getting sales, then you gotta lower it. But it's obviously super important. Online arbitrage or wholesale private label. I'm going to recommend online arbitrage. However, once you start making good money, you should switch into the other two.
Sell a Nike outlet to an OA seller. How many times? Oh, Jake's little brother. How many times do I need to submit a Walmart receipt? I purchased 10 items, submit it twice, but they still. I mean, just keep going. Just keep closing the case, resubmitting, and it should work at some point. Also, make sure that your account name matches what's on Walmart's receipt, your address matches up, your phone number, your email, all those sorts of things. Make sure all that information matches what Amazon has under your account, and you should be good to go.
Yeah, and just give them an overwhelming amount of evidence, right? Give them not just the order email, give them the shipping email, give them the delivery email, give them the track your order page downloaded as a PDF, give them the credit card statement, right? And all of that combined in one PDF, and I guarantee you they'll approve you, and life will be good. Is Amazon too saturated in 2023? Dude, you're asking like all these questions when you haven't even started, man. Like you'd be much better off just getting in the game. That'll get you significantly closer to where you want to be, which I assume is making money right there. But no, why do so many people sell on Amazon, which you guys all watching this buy from people who sell on Amazon? Why do they do it if they're not making money?
Okay. How to fix strand inventory. The strand reason says inventory error. You should be able to maybe refresh, relist it. Otherwise, just call seller support, give them the SKU, give them the ASIN, and they should be able to fix it on the back end or tell you what's wrong with it.
It is weird. The refreshing with stranded inventory does work pretty often. Like Amazon even has a button to refresh it too, basically. Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. Like you can ask all the questions in the world, but like you're not going to make any money with anything till you get in the game. And I was the same way a couple years ago, like completely paralyzed by worrying about like what's going to happen and stuff. But you have to realize if you just put one foot in front of the other, period, and do the right things, eventually it's going to work. On how much should you pay a VA? However much they're asking for, as long as they're making you money. Do you need an LLC before opening an Amazon seller account? Nope.
For the VA thing, I mean, anywhere between like $250, $3 and like $5 or $4. That's all ballparks. They're pretty industry standard.
Yeah. So no. Yeah, and you would have seen that if you went through the process of opening an account, right? Which you could easily just, go ahead and do basically. Yeah, they're helping me out in the chat now too. Yeah, shout out Wild War, Eric. No way, Jose. They're taking care of me in the chat right there. Cool. If you're watching this and you want to do me a favor, go follow the SellerAmp accounts on Instagram and Twitter. I'm trying to get them to 10,000 followers. That would be much appreciated. Comment if you do it.
What's it at?
So Twitter's at, let's see. Let me see right here. Let's see, it is. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, about 9,200. So we're 800 out. Yeah, that sounds good. Trucking 1,000 up the West Ham. Just replace my 9 to 5, honestly. Get after it. Yeah, can you guys comment? I posted this in my coaching program earlier. Comment your reasoning for selling on Amazon. Like, what's your why behind it? It'll be really helpful if you can dial in on exactly while you're doing it. That'll give you the extra motivation needed when it gets tough. What does my inventory on Seller Central says 0 because it's not in stock and ready? If you click the drop down menu, you're going to see the status of that inventory. How did you go about making SellerAmp? Step 1, have an absolutely genius founder who knows how to code. That's pretty much it. No. James, please don't worry about it, my brother in Christ. Like you've asked the same question like 5 times on the past couple of streams. Like you'll be fine, dude. Like you'll be fine.
Been hearing keeper review count is not a good way to determine if an item sells. Is that true? If so, I'm assuming a downtrend on the keeper offers is more I mean, as your main indicator, I would start with what SailRamp gives you as your estimated monthly sales, right? Obviously, that's going to be, like we always say, that's going to be a cumulative number, right? So if there's variations, you can't necessarily take the 1,000 sales that SailRamp tells you as an indication of how much a particular size color is selling. But if it's just a single ASIN unit or single unit ASIN, you can go ahead and use that SailRamp number in terms of how much it's selling per month as a pretty good estimation.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up and show what we mean by that.
I'm prepping my first FBS shipment. Do I polybag everything? No, you do not. As long as if there's like clothing showing, like cloth, like clothes, socks. Um, Amazon will also tell you what the requirements are.
Here we go. All right, we can see this here. Garrett.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. So what we mean by that to tell the demand on the reviews is you go to variations right there, right? And then you can see how many specific reviews it has. But the overall determinant of velocity of a product will always be the recent action on the individual Kiba chart. So looking here, we can see that in May, this had 11 sellers. And then in early June, it went all the way down to 1 seller, right? So that completely validates the demand right here that this does move, right? So it's really, really important that you're looking at how quick the demand, or sorry, how the competition's going down, because that overall is like a great determinant of whether it sells or not. Where in the world is Billy Flip? Bro, facts. Completely.
Asking customer service for discounts is underrated. Yeah, I've definitely heard a lot of people have success with that.
Oh, so underrated. Yeah, that's a good tweet right there too. But yeah, and you guys just got to do, at the end of the day, you just got to do what other people want, right? Like that's how you get results, period, with anything, right? If you're willing to go where other people aren't, you'll make money they can't.
Got a 9 to 5 making pizza dough. Hate it. Not enough. Found Warner, then found you guys. Now I've signed up and have starting to sell it. There it is. That's the blueprint.
Yeah. Give yourself a good reason to improve your life.
Joining the military for military discounts is underrated.
That's I don't know. Thank you for your service, but I think that might be a hot take right there.
How long did it take you to find your first winning product? And are you still moving your first product? Probably no, definitely not first winning product, but
It probably, I don't know, dude, like 10 minutes or so. Like we got started like the easy way. Like we worked together from day one. Basically.
and 3-4 years ago, I mean, not that this matters even brings it up because it doesn't change anything, but there was a ton less competition.
Yeah, so it was way easier. But at the same time, like if you put the average beginner a few years ago, they still wouldn't be able to make money immediately. Like they still do it the hardest way possible, basically. Not true, LOL. Can you pay for SellerAmp monthly? Yep. Check it out on our website, selleramp.com. You can.
Do you ship directly from Kohl's or to Amazon, and do you sell from home? So everything has to go to Amazon first. That's FBA. You're right. You can't ship directly to the customer, but you can ship to yourself and then the customer.
Yes.
Reason being, you have to be, the customer has to receive it in branded boxes, right? You can't have like Kohl's or Walmart shipping directly to your customer. That's what's considered drop shipping. And the reason why that's not allowed is because the branding doesn't match Amazon's standards.
Yo, kids. Damn, one of my boys from college just tuned in. That's hilarious. I haven't seen that name in forever. Where in the world is Billy Flips? That's a fact. I missed your question. My bad. I'm looking for it.
What amount would you say is too many sellers on a listing? So that's always going to be relative, right? There's not going to be a one size fits all answer. What I would pay more attention to are competitive sellers in relation to the amount of sales that a specific product is selling. Example, if a product sells 1,000 times, right, and there's 50 competitive sellers on that product, well, that's a whole lot different than something that sells 20,000 times and has that same 50 amount of sellers on it, right? So it's relative to the velocity going to a specific product, how many competitive sellers are competing for those sales, and what sort of is the disbursement going to each one.
So Kohl's another. No, they will not ship to Amazon. Someone has to prep the inventory. So at the start, you're going to ship that to yourself, and you're going to do it yourself. Average number of units you buy for a product, I'd say probably 30, but that's heavily weighted towards the less expensive products that we buy a lot of. But you believe?
Hey guys, How would you best use a VA to go through old leads list? TA, manual reverse sourcing. So the best way to source is always going to be manual reverse sourcing.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. Whether the VAs do it or whether you do it, the best way to source is always going to be manual. Bam. Sorry to hear the loss you guys took last night. Apologize for that.
We'll be all right.
Can you can you show an example? Can you show an example of a product that has been out of stock selling at a non-profitable price, but you believe you could still sell it for a profit being the only seller?
Yeah, give me one. It's gonna take me a sec to find it, but I'm gonna keep a product finder. One sec. I'll get that up for you, Ben.
What can be
Liquid.
done when the listing turns in a no buy box? How can it be returned?
No, just keep
Typically
selling.
changing the price.
Just keep selling it though. Like it's gonna keep selling. It'll just sell slower.
Mm-hmm.
Does Amazon actually take 15% of your sales? Yes. We are
I think it's
very
close to like 20, 25.
and if you're FBA, it's higher too. Yeah.
What do you guys pay for prep? So mine is 80 cents flat. Out
Really
the
good.
door.
All right, I'm pulling up an item. Let me see. All right. So it's not going to be a perfect example, but it's going to be something that's currently out of stock. What else we got? Can you do it from India? Yes. How hard it would be to open up a wholesale account? Pretty easy if you call 500 distributors.
Wait, so can you please explain the process? You buy 20 sneakers on Kohl's or similar and you ship to yourself, right? Then you ship to Amazon, correct. Or you can ship to the customer. We're just saying it can't go straight to the customer because that packaging needs to be on par with Amazon standards, right? It needs to be non-branded or branded to Amazon standards.
All right, here's an example of an out of stock item right here. So like this was selling for around 60, but right now we could like across the last month, we can see since like May 28th, it's pretty much been out of stock the whole time for that 2 week period, right? So you could probably sell this closer to like 80, 85 in that period, right? And so a lot of this stuff that's out of stock is a really, really good opportunity for beginners because when there's no competition, you can hop right in the buy box FBM immediately. Basically right there, which is pretty awesome on that. So I definitely recommend taking advantage of that. Yep. Yeah. If the distributor is willing to ship to Amazon for sure.
Would there be any way to ship directly from my? Oh yeah, a lot of them do too. You just obviously have to ask, and sometimes they charge extra for that.
Yeah, and you got to train them to do it right and all that. Like,
what is your opinion? Better solution, FBA or FBM? What do you do? So we're 100% FBA. Miles is more seasonal in terms of like Q4 doing a lot more FBM. It's just preference, right? I do a lot of traveling. I'm busy. I have a lot of stuff going on. And so because of that, I would just rather outsource all that to a prep center and have just wholesalers ship right to the prep center and go straight to Amazon.
Does Amazon take fees? So the fees are for FBA, yeah. Do you do private label? Nope. Probably will in the future though. Some type of private label, whether it's on like Amazon, Shopify, a combination of both, definitely.
Does Amazon take fees even though? Oh, yeah, I said that.
Yeah. Great, thanks. Of course, AI Wizards. Thanks for the good questions, dude. Have you ever bought inventory from liquidation centers? Nope. Should I wait to make my first FBA shipment until I have more than 10 products I bought from Nike to get ungated? So Millie, you're actually you're not gonna be able to send the FBA shipment until you get ungated. So like just order 10 of like some of the cheap and then get ungated, basically. Pretty easy. Do you guys utilize Profit First? Garrett, you do, right?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good book for any of you guys interested in a really good book on accounting. Check out Profit First right there. So I made the post in my coaching program about everyone's whys, and it's like making me pretty inspired, honestly. Like people got a lot of good reasons to run up. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this do too. You just gotta get after it every day. You gotta get after it, regardless of what people say to you in your life. You gotta get after it. You're the only one that's gonna make it happen for you.
What would be the outside of the $40 you have to pay monthly? I missed the question.
Amazon fees, which you can see a breakdown on Seller Amp of.
Yep. How do you get ungated? So you buy 10 of something, send in the invoice, Amazon will ungate you. There's also hundreds of YouTube videos about that, so just YouTube it.
Do you have to prep? Yes, you have to prep. Yeah. Love the roadmap. It's been 2 weeks since I enjoyed and found some really good leads. Awesome, dude. I remember profitable business. I remember when you typed in the chat that you were buying the roadmap right there. By the way, if anyone is interested in the FBA roadmap, you can, I'm actually going to make that like in every live thing basically. But if you purchase the roadmap and email me, which I will add in my email, I will send you some leads basically right there. So bada bing right there. I'm just adding my email in the description. And anyone who wants that, feel free to take advantage.
Open account with a wholesaler if I live outside the US, possible or not? Of course it is. Obviously, it has to be shipped to either straight to an Amazon FBA center or to a prep center that's US based. And then you're good to go, right? Assuming you want to take advantage of like the US marketplace, then you'd have to use Amazon fulfillment, Amazon prep center, all those sorts of things.
Okay, I just added in my email if anyone wants some leads who buys the FBA roadmap right there. I guess, oh, of course, bro. Yeah, pay and email me, bro, for sure. For sure. How has your social life changed since moving to Miami? Not much, really. Right, Garrett? I'm from the UK, so we're buying the roadmap, but I miss live calls. So what's nice is actually an added benefit to the roadmap. So we have a year's worth of call recordings also uploaded. So there's a UK section. Everything's applicable. The website's going to be different. The method's going to be the same. Right there. But yeah, I would say definitely join the roadmap. Like there's a Zoom call every Sunday. There's a year's worth of call recordings you can go watch as well. You'll definitely get a lot of value from it right there. And if you want like further help, you can consider applying for my coaching program as well. How do you get ungated before you ship from the wholesale? So Alino, if you're asking that, it's not you probably don't have any existing wholesale relationships in the first place. When you buy, they're going to give you an email, and then you're going to ask for an invoice, and then you're going to submit that to Amazon.
I saw a question. Can you operate Amazon from anywhere in the country? Yeah, you can. And so that's again the beauty of FBA and not merchant fulfilling, because you can have a prep center receive all your products, prep them, send them to Amazon, and you don't have to touch any products. And so that's kind of the benefit that I see in completely leveraging Amazon's fulfillment center. But again, everyone's situation is different, right? People who have a more time available, obviously merchant fulfill is going to be a lot more profitable in the short term for sure, because your money turns around quicker, and there's advantages and disadvantages to either way. It's just going to be kind of what you want to rock with.
Yeah, my bad, Danny.
Let me know when you're trying to get that one-on-one game in too, by the way. Miles, I'm in Atlanta. Don't judge me. Bam, I don't think you have a chance, my dude.
Yeah, I'll bust anyone in here for sure. Wholesalers don't allow new sellers. You didn't contact enough of them.
It's also just learning how to find really good replens. So it's not necessarily only replens. It's just good products.
Yep.
Right. It's not the data behind wholesale is not going to be any different than online arbitrage. However, how you acquire the data is going to be different. Right. I can go on Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, Target, and consume that data right away. However, with wholesale, there's a roadblock. Right. It's gate kept. You have to talk to a sales rep to get the catalog. You have to talk to the brand owner, whoever it is. That catalog is gate kept. So you have to put a little legwork in to get the product information. But that is why wholesale tends to be a little bit more long-term, more stable, because that information is gate kept, and because so many people are not willing to put in that legwork to get that information.
Well said. So if I purchase 15K of inventory and sell through 10K, only made 2K profit, you still got 5 inventory left, but negative 3K. No, you're not. You have 5K of inventory left. Sell that inventory. Basically, like that inventory doesn't just evaporate.
Yeah, you don't sell through 10, you sell through 15.
Yeah, I'm left with, but like you still have the assets still there. Like you still have the inventory basically. So Garrett is an old head. Garrett's 26 and I'm 24. Was Plum a good choice? Absolutely. So this basically works in any country. Yep. Does Seller Amp work? Yep. Thoughts on Cheddar Softs? Not familiar with that at all, but it's bad inventory. Buy better inventory then, right?
So yeah, I mean that's just the learning process.
Get better, like you got to get better.
That's the iteration that all of us have gone through, right? All of us, and continue to go through, right? It's not necessarily with experience you stop making bad purchases, right? That's the difficulty of making forecasting decisions, right? They're not always going to be perfect. Granted, as you gain experience, as you gain education and just knowledge of Kipa, your accuracy increases, but it's never going to be 100%. Miles and I still make purchases where we end up losing money on maybe some or all of those
Oh,
units that we bought.
yeah. I mean,
But that's the name of the game. The goal is obviously to net at the end of the month a lot more and win on a lot more than you lose.
facts. Well said. Well said. So I know friends on Instagram, I'm looking over here often because we're on YouTube as well. But dude, it's fucking awesome. Like we've proven that this is completely a viable time to go live. And it's like a good time throughout the day too, because I never have anything scheduled today, basically.
I would be way interested at like 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. because people are always around.
Bro, I think Sunday afternoon would potentially be the best time.
Well, we've already validated that. We used to rip Sunday, early Sunday.
Are you guys the creatives of SellerAmp? So neither of us are the creatives of SellerAmp, but I am a part owner of it. Yo, what's good? Oh, Felix, did you apply for my coaching program? I think you like requested to join. Bro, I was in a position 2 weeks ago. I had no leads, and now after we adjusted the stratch last week, I have more leads than I do capital amount. That's the coaching program effect, right?
Danny asked you if your AC is working.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Are you guys using credit cards to purchase inventory? Yes. However, not a huge fan of leveraging out. Only do that if you're comfortable with it. But we are getting nice credit card cash back from that too. Where can I download SellerAmp? SellerAmp.com, my friend. You can get a free trial of it. Danny, join the stream. I sent you the invite. Join the stream, family. Yeah, bro, it's super ironic. We have more viewers at 5 p.m. than we did yesterday at like 8 or 9, right? Was it before? Oh, it was before. It was at 7, yeah.
7. We started at 7, yeah.
Does Amazon
7 may be tough though, because 7 for a lot of people is like dinner time.
Yeah. Does Amazon do prep work, or do I need to go through? You can do either. I'd recommend prep sim though, for sure. I don't like it letting Amazon prep. My dog Juan in the building, our homie. Damn, we got 101 of you guys. Thank you guys for joining us today. If you got any questions, feel free to drop in the chat. What's up, Carol?
What are your favorite credit cards to get for OA? So the big one for me is Plum, is the MX Plum, right? Because it gives you a lot more flexibility with your payback time. You're not going to be able to completely lean on that to buy inventory, right? Because the 60 days is not going to quite do it with FBA and account reserve and things like that, but it just helps out with that flexibility for sure.
Yeah, so if you're interested in the roadmap, there's a link in the description which has all information on it, but it's basically 22 hours of content. It's a pre-recorded course. There's also a community along with it. There's several exclusive software discounts that you're only going to be able to save money on being a roadmap member. And then there is a Zoom call every Sunday, and you can also get access to 60 plus Zoom call recordings as well in the Discord, in the call recording section, basically. So theoretically, you can get around 80-ish hours of Amazon knowledge, basically.
Do I send inventory in from Hibbett, even though it's not original Nike boxed? I probably would. So I probably wouldn't.
Personally dependent, yeah.
Granted, and we talked about these yesterday. We both have in the past sent in boxes without the tops, right? Picked them up RA from the outlets. But if it's a completely different box, especially if it's not branded, I feel like that's just itching for an authenticity issue.
Yeah. Would a firm be a good way to start with a line of credit? I don't think so. Can you explain how to do prep? Honestly, it makes more sense for you just to watch a YouTube video on it. But like basically you just get the shoe, open it, make sure it's good, make sure the sizes are correct, put a little rubber band on it, slap an FNSKU label, a little label on the barcode, and put it in a box and get it out of there. For slides, I don't send slides in with boxes. Actually,
I'll play you in basketball and pay. Dude, no one in here is beating Miles in basketball. That's fact. I've seen him play. I've played against him.
Do you pass over suppressed? Typically, yeah. But no buy box stuff is fine.
I feel like everyone their ego just can't handle not being good at basketball.
Yeah. Roadmap contains a bunch of that getting started. Course, they're solid. Community 2, 10 out of 10. Appreciate you, Amanda. Yeah, if anyone's watching, And you do purchase the roadmap, you can shoot me an email. My email's in the description. I'll send you some leads basically right there. I'm 6'5", bro. You can't even dunk though, Whale. You can't even dunk. You're 6'5" and you can't even dunk.
How tall are you, Miles?
Like 5'8".
Can you send all 20 sneakers together? So the box has
in
to.
a box together. Yeah, yeah.
Did you talk about that? So one box for FBA only can be 25 inches max on either side. So you're not going to fit 20 sneakers in one box.
You might be able to fit 10 depending on what type they are.
I'll dust Miles on the court. I'm a football player and can't dribble.
Incredibly hot take. Yeah, see me on the block. I would windmill you. Dude, you and Jake are both tall and you both can't dunk. Yeah, if you're over 6'5" in this chat and you can't dunk, you got to stop worrying about Amazon and go do some squats and heel raises like that. You got to get your bounce up, boys and girls.
How quickly could I expect 100 items with a high sales ranking, 1,000, so low sales rank, 1,000 to 10,000 to sell? There's around 3 to 5 every other FBM or FBA sellers currently on that product and no Amazon sale. I mean, so pretty quickly. It doesn't make sense to make up a hypothetical time frame because there's no way to tell, right? But if they're, I guess they didn't say what kind of shoe it is or what kind of product it is, but it's going to sell quickly.
Bro, okay. The keeper graph on my 3-point shot, the sales rank is very, very low. And then the stability is very, very high too. Now, occasionally the competition will get high and the sales rank will go up a little bit, but typically it's a pretty low and stable sales rank. When you do reverse sourcing, do you directly head to websites or Amazon first? So reverse sourcing is purely starting out with Seller App and Amazon. Use a prep center? Absolutely, my friend. Dude, Danny said he was going to join and then just didn't. Basically. Oh, no.
Oh.
Go DM him. Go DM him. Show him some love. Show him some love. Yeah, get a
that up.
out of it. Yeah. Can it example oversized toy? Yes. And you'll see that typically the competition is going to be FBM, and that's usually just FBM. How are returns on sneakers? Worse than everything else. Do you mind dropping a link for prepping? Just search like how to prep an Amazon FBA shipment. I don't really have a video. No. Don't sell them, period, with unoriginal boxes. Is Amazon still worth it nowadays? Well, my friend, there's a very good chance you oftentimes buy stuff on Amazon. That's coming from people like us. Basically, I suck at sourcing. Has another Amazon seller ever heard your voice? You're not allowed to say I suck at sourcing until you've spent a ton of time networking. Then if you actually do that, then you won't be bad at sourcing. Good. Yeah, my dog Joe in the building. What up, Joe?
Do you mind dropping a link? Oh, for prepping. So how do I... So do I FBM the shoes with an unoriginal? Yeah, don't sell them.
Don't sell them, period. That's what I would say.
Is grocery a good category for OA? Seems like a lot of FBM sellers on listings. Every category is good. It's just a matter of the products that you find inside of it, right? You could find a wholesaler for beauty or for automotive or whatever tomorrow, and then all of a sudden that category becomes good, right? A category isn't dictated by the category itself. It's dictated by the products in which you find inside that category. What do you usually do with returns? Send them back, obviously, if they're still sellable. Otherwise, give them to friends, give them as gifts. Just eBay, Facebook Marketplace, liquidate and find value as much as you can. But it's a good opportunity to replenish your shoe supply, clothes supply.
Resell. Yeah, but AI Wizards, the last thing you need to be doing is worrying about return. Like, start selling some stuff. Cool. So we'll be on for 5 minutes or so, friends. So feel free to keep the questions rolling. We got 95 of you guys in here. We're thankful for you guys spending some of your late afternoon, early evening with us. So anything you guys need, you fire away on. How much profit do you make a month? So like the past 2 years has been like 20K a month average. And I'm going to try to do like 30 to 50 in August and then around 100 in December. I did about,
pretty consistently, anywhere between like 15 and 30.
Yeah. What do you do when you don't get an invoice from a small OA retailer? You don't worry about it and you submit the email because they did give you an email. So, and if they don't give you an email, then like they probably just are a scam and like aren't actually going to ship the order.
What do you do when you don't get an? We already said that.
Gift supply to you for Christmas. That's a fact.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's the business that keeps on giving, right? You'll never run out of clothes. You'll never run out of shoes. You'll never run out of things to give your best friends, and it's goodness.
will Amazon allow you to sell one or two of a higher value item? If other people are selling it, you can sell it too. 20K is not much. AI wizards, I guarantee you don't make 20K a month profit.
We're talking about profit, my dudes.
Yeah. I guarantee you, based off the questions you're asking, you don't. Sales or profit, 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 profit. Which one of you is a better Amazon seller? I'd say we're pretty, I don't know, like we're pretty equal in that like you kind of balance out like how much you want to work and stuff. And then like pretty much everyone's pretty good once you've been doing it a while. ASP for using a prep center, $20 and above. Great. That's probably the best question of the day, I would say. This is a very, very good question.
What's good for using a prep center?
Y'all watch the game. I didn't last night, but I'll probably watch the highlights at some point. But I don't really watch a ton of sports. I like playing sports a lot better. Is the shirt you're wearing now an Amazon return? No, it's exclusive. Internet Kids Season 1. Internet Kids Clo on Instagram. Go follow it right there. What up, Aaron? How we doing? What other questions you guys have before we hop off and here?
Bro said 20K profit is not much.
Bro, my dog Sadiq gonna be cleaning that up before soon. What age did you drop out of college? I actually graduated from college. So did Garrett. We're both old timers. We're washed up. We both graduated from college. We didn't figure it out early like so many of you guys luckily get to.
The same content wasn't available back in the day.
Well, that's the goal, bro. That's the goal. Like we need to make it easier for everyone else and we'll get what we want. How much? Ooh, chill, family. That's like 100,000 in sales. Yep. Wait, what's the Internet Kids? It's my friend's clothing brand. At Internet Kids Clo on Instagram. Check it out. How can you help UK sellers? You'll make money if you listen to us, as do any types of Amazon sellers, basically. But I mean, if you're asking me how I can help you, you're asking me to put in work to help you. You're asking me to think how I can help you, or I'm happy to answer specific questions. You resemble Dr. Sean from The Good Doctor. Is that a hot take? What do we think of that? Let's look that up. Dr. Sean, Good Doctor. That's an interesting take. Oh, maybe. He's super pale though. I'm trying to get very tan. When is the next Zoom call? Sunday. How many different products do you guys sell? Around 100. Need to become excellent at sourcing. That's a fact. The 30 days sold on Keepa is not accurate, and I don't recommend looking at it. Focus a hell of a lot more on the competition going down on stuff. How many total OA purchase? Right around like 300 typically. Kind of depends though, like 150 to 300. How much you putting in to get that profit? Average ROI is right around 30%. When you're newer, it should be higher. How does your coaching work? Yeah, so I'll show you all the coupons I use. We have 3 group coaching calls a week. We get together in a small group setting on a text chat, as well as you'll have full access to me as well. And then you and I have a one-on-one call too, basically right there. So if you're interested in that, you can feel free to shoot me a DM, or you can, if you're on YouTube, you can go ahead and apply the link in the description right there. All right, we're going to hop off for tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys are checking out Garrett's stuff as well. All at Amazon, Garrett Corral on YouTube. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Have a great day. The Air Force One leads, yeah, just white Air Force Ones, honestly. Minimum wholesale artist, it's going to change depending on the wholesale. Basically, cool. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks a lot. Love you guys. Sick. That was